Okay, so now I'm scared. If you throw me inside, I'm gonna pull it.
No one wants to do something like that. I mean, because it's fucking hard, man. And those sets and the thing is, the reason why a lot of reality TV doesn't feel that way, and we could have obviously done much better storytelling, and we will when we do future iterations. But the at its crux, like what people don't see is like to have 1,000 cameras recording, the amount of infrastructure. Like we broke a world record for most camera cables ran, like the most miles of camera cables, and like and the millions of dollars we had to spend on storage and millions of dollars on the control room and the millions upon millions of dollars of hardware to edit it and like having to bring in Adobe to custom change the Adobe software where you could actually have that many multicams. It's like it is the actual infrastructure to actually be able to do that is incredibly, incredibly difficult. And that's why usually what they'll do is they'll be like, all right, here's a 1 hour, like if you're filming a reality show, here's a 1 hour window. You know, they'll send out story producers. They'll put a camera on you. They'll be like, yo, can you say this line? You're kind of our villain. This is what we're looking for. They'll kind of tell you what to say. And then they'll write the notes down and they'll catalog it for the editors. Whereas we're just like, fuck it. We're going to be filming, 24/7, all these cameras. You guys be yourselves. We'll just capture it because you don't know when someone's going to do something weird. You don't know when someone's going to whisper to someone and form an alliance. You don't know. So you literally have to just be rolling, and you need these to be acceptable angles. So you need multiple, an A cam and a B cam and all this coverage, which creates a monumental fuckload of footage. But that's what allowed us. That was, I mean, amongst many things, that's one of the biggest competitive advantages we had when filming BeastGames is we put in the effort to set up all this infrastructure where we could actually capture it and just tell the story how it is instead of having to use story producers to put words in people's mouths. But it's a fucking nightmare, man. Like I had over 150 people editing that. I mean, we were combing through unfathomable amounts of footage and everything. And I mean, even things from like the computer network and our local IT constantly crashing because there's just so much footage there. And like, if I were to send all the BeastGames footage to just one editor, it would probably be like $300,000 in hard drives. And, and if you have 150 editors, it's just impossible. So you spend millions of dollars and you build a central server room. And so we have our own server racks and everything. And then you have them remote in there. But even then, just due to the sheer volume of footage, Adobe and everything was just constantly crashing. And it's like, it was a nightmare on the back end. But it's great because that's why we were able to tell what actually happened and why it feels different, because we were recording nonstop 24/7.